What is the possible number of times your password can be hacked in a lifetime? Is it once, twice, or more than that? Well, the answer is it doesn't matter, as most of it, if not all, is already lurking in the vast ocean of darknet, waiting for somebody to go and buy them. Well then, should you worry? Actually, no, because in this video, we are going to create such passwords that is going to satisfy most of the best practices of creating passwords using Python. But what are these best practices that can keep the hackers away? The first one is obviously to keep passwords longer than 12 characters. And the best part is, what happens if you don't? In 2012, a hacker used 25 GPU clusters which he coded to try out all possible permutations and combinations of all alphabets, numbers, special symbols and everything. So even if your password is something gibberish like this, he has cracked it. The technique used is called brute force, and that is something that I will cover in detail in some other video. Let's assume you already have a password more than 12 characters. So are we safe? Well, the answer is no, because hackers are a lot smarter than we think. Even if your passwords are more than 12 characters, but you're using words that are very common, such as dictionary words or words like Ronaldo, Messi or something like that, you are still very vulnerable. Well, in those cases, the hacker can just use a dictionary or a list of most common used passwords that are found on the internet and can easily crack your password. And there are a lot more things that we should not use as passwords, such as keeping birthdays or pet names. But the question remains, how should we keep our passwords? And I haven't even addressed the biggest problem. How do you memorize such passwords that are more than 12 characters long? Well, to answer all those questions, we'll straight away jump to IDE and start coding. So first, we will import the Essential Generator library. This is a library that you will have to download from the PyPy project. The Essential Generator generates random statements which we will use as a starting point of our password. Since the sentence is random, it does not contain any of our sensitive information like pet name, address or birthdays, and hence solves our first problem, that is of having information that is sensitive to us. We will then import the Jellyfish Library. Yes, you heard it right, Jellyfish Library. This is again something that you will have to download from the PyPy project. This actually solves the biggest problem with respect to passwords, that is memorizing the password in the first place. Well, I know what you're wondering. What this Jellyfish package actually does. Let me explain using an example. So for example, if you give the word football, it will convert it to something like FTBL or football. So as you can see, it does change the word, but the pronunciation still remains the same. So something like the homophones. This will help us convert the sentence to passwords, but still keep the sounding same. Then we'll also import the random package. For purposes you'll see later. Okay, so let's generate some sentences for our password. You see, to generate a random sentence, we have to write document generator dot sentence open close brackets and save the sentence to the variable sent. If you print the sentence, you will see each time a new sentence is generated. Cool. So we split the sentence into words and take maximum of 3 words. The reason for restricting to 3 words is that I think 3 words are more than enough to generate passwords of more than 12 characters. We then define the word list. We then open a loop, and for every word in the sent list, we will append the code version of the word. We will be using the Jellyfish package, and match rating codex is used to generate the code. And then we take the third step to strengthen our password, that is to add numbers. For that, we'll use the random package of Python to generate a random bit 0 or 1, where 0 corresponds to false and 1 for true. So you add a random number between words. Then we concatenate all that we got in a final result. But there is still one more thing that I want to add here, that is to convert some of the alphabets to lowercase. So first we will open a loop, and for every character in the password, check whether the character is an alphabet or not. If yes, then generate a random bit 0 or 1, and if the bit generated is 1, we will convert the character to the lowercase, and then we have the final password. As you can see, our generated password is good, and there is nothing that can be hacked. As you can see one thing here, I have not added special characters. This is because some websites do not allow special characters in passwords. However, there are some passwords that insist on using special characters in the password. So choose accordingly. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, please subscribe. Thank you very much.